Do you know the story of Durin and this mountain? Snow gathers atop this mountain and never melts, which is a most curious phenomenon. In fact, I believe that the very sword in your hand has Durin's remains in it. As such, who could I find to help me if not you? Into position! Prepare for battle!
Getting a little cold?
Genius? But I don't think I'm any genius. Moment of birth!
My job is to honor my contract with Rex Lapis. All hail! It's so nice to de-stress.
I made a new discovery while sketching nearby. There's an area up ahead that's quite remarkable. The truth of this world. What could it be? Was the two of us meeting really a good thing? Albedo, Chief Alchemist of the Knights of Favonius. You carry the aura of the stars. Interesting. I would like to study you, if you do not mind. I'm certain we will have many opportunities to be alone in the future.
Okay, our first character here is the alchemic master of Mondstadt, Albedo. He is a sword wielder and can manipulate the Geo element.
I really like his jacket, and I want one for myself.
He does look sick. His character design's pretty badass.
I don't know if you picked up on it or not.
Reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist.
1.2 trailer at the beginning of the stream, it looked like he's really into sketching or art.
Yeah, that's sort of like a unique aspect to add to his character. Maybe it's like his hobby or something. And I wonder if we're going to learn more about his connection with Sucrose, who is obviously another alchemist and that we have from Mondstadt. You could see her appearing a couple of times in the opening trailer, too.
Okay, so now that we've seen our first new character in action, let's take a moment to get a closer look on his skill set.
Ooh, getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Oh, here it comes, chat.
Absolutely.
Here it comes.
So, like I mentioned, Albedo is a Geo character, and he has a pretty unique skill set. When he casts his elemental skill, he summons something that looks like a flower called a solar isotoma. And when opponents within range of the solar isotoma are hit by an attack, the flower will then bloom into a transient blossom, dealing AoE Geo damage.
Ooh.
Also, as you saw in the trailer, a character can stand in the center of the solar isotoma and it will lift them into the air. So you can basically use it like a platform.
That is so cool.
Not just
It's
an
like
elevator. Fog.
Oh my gosh, I'm definitely curious what those blossoms will do in combat. And it seems that his skill will also be really useful for a little boost to get to some of those hard to reach places while adventuring.
Xiao Hu?
Yeah, imagine using the platform to lift Klee into the air during battle. She'd basically become a little turret that rains bombs down on the enemy.
Da-da-da!
All right, so now let's check out Albedo's elemental burst, shall we? His elemental burst causes geocrystals to burst forth, and if Albedo's solar isotoma is already on the field, then fatal blossoms will be generated which burst violently into bloom.
Yes! More flowers! I like it. You know, flowers on Valentine's Day must be so easy for this guy.
No kidding. And speaking of flowers, let's move on to our next new character coming in version 1.2. It turns out that she also makes use of flowers.
Ganyu?
More flowers!
Look how brightly lit the city is at night. Amazing. I wonder what it's like for all the people down there. No thanks. I think I'll pass on the night market. Sorry.
All right, our second character coming in version 1.2 is Ganyu, the secretary at MiHoYo Pavilion. As you could see in her trailer, she's a bow wielder that can manipulate the cryo element.
Yeah, her cryo style seems to be in line with the wintry theme we have going on in Dragonspine. Also, did you see her outfit? I mean, all of the outfits in Genshin are amazing.
Yeah,
So,
MiHoYo
of
does a
course,
good job.
hers is amazing too. And are those horns I see on her head?
Yeah, it seems she has red horns, or maybe those are her ears.
Ooh, that's an interesting aesthetic. Okay, now tell me more about her skills. I want to know more about these icy flowers that she has.
Give it to me.
Right, sure thing. So first we should point out that Ganyu has a very unique charged attack. As she charges her bow, cryo will accumulate on her arrows, similar to how other archers also use the elements. However, Ganyu has different levels of charge, and the effects of her cryo arrows will change the longer she charges her shots.
Ooh, that's interesting.
As for the flowers, Ganyu's elemental skill also places a flower on the ground like Albedo's.
Damn.
But her flower will attract opponents and then explode after a certain amount of time.
How attractive are these flowers? So those poor
We have a
hilly trolls will
taunt.
be like, oh my gosh, hey look, there's a lovely flower over there on the ground. Apparently that's how hilly turtles sound.
There's like
and
Mona's
then it just
taunt,
blows
I
up in
think.
their face? That's so cold.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, things will only get colder from there. Because after unleashing her elemental burst, Ganyu will gracefully raise her hand in the air and summon ice shards that come raining
that is
down on
sick,
her
man.
opponents.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like it's gonna hurt.
It's
Okay,
floor
so it
12,
seems
Spiral
like she'll be
Abyss.
right at home in a cold place like Dragonspine.
We get to
and
show
I,
them
for
how
one,
floor
certainly
12 is.
wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
The pain and suffering that we had to
Yeah,
suffer.
Me neither. So both of our new characters look really awesome, but if our viewers would like to know more about either of these two particular characters, they should be
Aw.
sure to play through their story quests, which will be included in
Ooh.
version 1.2.
Oh, great!
Story
so
quests.
we're getting new story quests for both of these characters as well?
Yep, that's right. Both Albedo and Ganyu will have playable story quests.
Yo, let's go. Okay, so right here we have some point of interests within Dragonspine. Snow-covered path, Skyfrost nail, a few other point of interests that they're showing off and talking about. We have frost-bearing tree, Starglow cavern, a tomb of some sorts. We also have new enemies. It looks like a cryo lava churl, and that looks like a yeti, right? And then a cryo Sison or Sison mage. That's interesting. And then we'll have a Cryo Shaman for the first time, if you see in the left image. A Cryo Shaman, a Ferret right there, so maybe more Ferrets to hunt down, and then a Ruins Guard, which we did see that in the trailer, his charge attack. Now we have a new mechanic for Dragonspine, Sub-Zero Climate, which we will have a bar above our HP. It'll slowly deplete while we are within the Dragonspine area. It'll also accelerate if you are swimming, so that'll make you take damage over time. It says that some gadgets are also unusable within this climate and that you will be quickly losing HP once the sheer cold meter reaches its limit. So you will need to be cautious with swimming within Dragonspine, as well as going around and trying to find some heat sources to keep yourself warm so you don't end up taking damage and dying. There are some heat sources around here. In the top left, it looks like a fire Sealy or something. You got the torch in the top right, and then another one bottom. So go around, try and find those to stay warm. And now we have this frost-bearing tree located within Dragonspine. It's kind of similar to the Statue of the Seven that we've seen in Mondstadt. However, to level this up to level 10, you'll be needing to go around and collect these crimson agates and then offering them up to the statue. So not like animalculize or anything like that. And you'll be receiving rewards based on which level you get. So level 4 is this frost-bearing or this warming bottle, which is like a potion you take to keep you warm within Dragonspine, I guess, if you can't find a heat source. And then Frostbearer, the blueprints for crafting a new 4-star catalyst. So that's kind of cool. Now, I don't know if there's going to be other rewards for level 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth, kind of like the Statue of the Seven with AR. But that's kind of neat, right? Now we have some other point of interests within Dragonspine, the Festering Fang. Collect dragon teeth and other materials to forge this all-new 4-star weapon, the Dragonspine Spear. So that's pretty neat. We also have this other 4-star weapon, which I don't think we'll need to collect anything.
He has discovered some ancient ruins buried in the snow and ice. He's also found some script in the ruins, seemingly pointing him to the lost remains of a destroyed kingdom in Dragonspine.
So, the history of Dragonspine begins to unravel. There's a lot going on here despite the brutal environment.
Traces of this kingdom are scattered all across Dragonspine, and there are even hidden quests.
Dude, who is this dragon?
This event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
Come on, tell us more. Who is she?
Yeah, so first we have Barbara as well as an unfamiliar character here.
Yeah, she looks really cool. Like, she looks like one tough girl, and she's got the personality to back it up, too. I hope she doesn't hurt Barbara's feelings.
Yeah, her name is Rosaria.
Rosaria.
And she is indeed one of the nuns, so I'm sure Barbara's used to it.
Well, she definitely doesn't look like a typical nun to me, that's for sure. I wonder what her story is.
I guess we'll have to play the story to find out. She'll be making an appearance in the event. Okay.
I don't see a vision on her. I don't know what element she is.
Sucrose.
Then,
I'm thinking
can
Pyro,
I ask
though.
you for a favor? Chapter. Then each of the following acts will be gradually unlocked afterwards, each containing a variety of different quests and challenges to be completed.
Hey, all I'm looking at is that crown.
Now here's where the sword comes in. Once all of the single act's challenges have been completed, in addition to the act's completion rewards, travelers will also unlock a new ability for Festering Desire, the Cursed Sword.
Ooh, so the abilities of the sword are literally growing, just like we saw earlier in the storyline.
Exactly.
So here they show off the new 4-star weapons that we have, Festering Desire, which will be obtained via the event for free. And as the other ones, it says that Frostbearer, Snowtune, Star Silver, and Dragonspine Spear will be able to obtain blueprints to craft those, I assume via the blacksmith, and some enhancement or crystals and whatever other materials we need. We also have new artifact sets here, a cryo and a hydro set. Both for 2 pieces will be able to get their corresponding element damage bonus plus 15%. But for cryo, It says when a character attacks an enemy affected by cryo, their crit rate is increased by 20%. If the enemy is frozen, crit rate is increased by an additional 20%, so very good. And then for Hydro, it says after using an elemental skill, increases normal attack and charged attack damage by 30% for 15 seconds. That's like perfect for child, right? That's like a child artifact right there. But these are two cool artifacts. I'm assuming we're going to be getting corresponding domains as well to farm that, so...
Tevat is a large world, and plenty of other things will also be happening across the lands in version 1.2. Let's start with an event for travelers looking for a real challenge. The Hypostatic Symphony.
Ooh, sounds musical.
In the Hypostatic Symphony event, travelers will find themselves facing off with hypostases that have some special abilities compared to the ones that we typically encounter in the wild.
That looks cool.
Yeah, these hypostases seem pretty intense.
More importantly, travelers will be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the challenge.
Wait, we can select
By
the
choosing
difficulty?
to take on a harder difficulty and more demanding conditions.
Wait.
Travelers will have a chance at receiving more bountiful rewards.
Yo,
Okay,
I can
not
increase the
quite
difficulty as I
musical,
want?
I imagine,
They're shooting...
but fighting hypostases is always fun.
But if
That's
taking
insane.
on hardcore challenges is not your style, we'll also have something a little more relaxing called Lost Riches.
Wait, hold on. Did I just see like a Sealy following the traveler? Am I being replaced?
Yeah,
Yep.
no, they would never do that.
Already replaced.
In this event, travelers will partner up with a little Sealy in search for treasure.
I mean, I hope I'm not being replaced, but I do love the Sealies. They're really cute.
Yeah. No, you're not being replaced, but the little Sealies are really cute. In this event, the Sealy will indicate whenever you are getting close to nearby treasure. After successfully locating the treasure,
I'm assuming this is
travelers
only
will
for the
receive
event.
some special iron coins, which can then be exchanged in the shop.
Okay, that sounds really cool, but once we get the Sealy, do we get... I wish we could keep it. Do we get to keep it?
Well, your wish has been granted.
Wait, what?
After collecting enough iron coins, you can exchange them to add the Sealy to your inventory.
No way.
Yup.
You're joking.
Then you can just equip the Sealy and it will accompany you on all your future adventures.
Aw, that's so awesome! If I get a Sealy, I don't think I will ever be able to play without it.
But what about the treasure compass?
Yeah, same. So travelers should remember that special areas will unlock when hunting for treasure. All you'll need to do is check the map to find each area's location. This'll definitely be a great event for exploring more of the game's open world as well.
Okay, this might just be my
Okay.
favorite part of version
That's
1.2
cool.
so far.
And last but not
Make sure to
least,
get those.
we have a returning favorite with a bit of a new spin. You might remember him by his unique sense of fashion and unorthodox business style.
Wait. Is it the crazy traveling merchant guy?
You got it.
Ah, yes! I love that guy! It's Levin!
Yep, and he's back again.
Ah,
But
I
this
miss
time
this
around,
guy.
He's gonna be changing things up a bit.
The
Oh,
dude
this
from
should be interesting.
Dragon Ball Z.
So, for marvelous merchandise in version 1.2, travelers will now be able to find Lieben while visiting other players' worlds.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
Everyone will have different rewards available at random from Lieben each day, so if you're interested in what Lieben is offering in someone else's world, you should be sure to pay him a visit there.
Oh, that's an interesting twist! I can't wait to see what rewards I'll be trading for this time!
All right, and that's it event-wise.